This is the charred wreckage of China Air Flight 120. The following footage is an unedited version of the chain of events leading up to this disaster. Minutes after landing in Okinawa, Japan, engine number 1 is already engulfed in flames. In such an emergency, commercial airlines are required to evacuate within 90 seconds. One by one, passengers on board jettison to safety. As they see the fire, they realize just how dangerous the situation really is. Beneath the engine, leaking fuel is ignited. They realize that this plane could explode at any moment. Even though the inside of the plane is rapidly filling with heat and smoke, the evacuation remains orderly. Little do the passengers know that the only thing separating the 2 tons of highly flammable jet fuel from the fire is a thin sheet of metal. Passengers make their way down the inflatable slides and scramble for safety. Some risk their own lives to help others. In an attempt to buy the remaining passengers and crew members on board some time, one brave rescuer tries to suppress the flame. But his handheld extinguisher is no match for the spreading fire. Once the extinguisher is spent, he has no choice but to retreat. As the temperature of the fire increases, the fuel gets closer to reaching its critical flash point. The crew begins to evacuate. China Air Flight 120 bursts into flames on its way to the terminal. The brave crew has safely evacuated the passengers, and the only one still left on board is the captain. Unable to make his way out of the emergency exit, the captain is forced to smash out the cockpit window. But just before he can make his escape, a massive explosion nearly rips the plane in half. The blast is so powerful, the captain is propelled out of the window and drops to the ground 2 stories below. Miraculously, he's able to get up and escapes. Finally, emergency crews arrive at the scene. It takes over a half a dozen fire trucks spraying fire-retardant foam to get the flames under control. Despite the seriousness of the disaster, no one was killed. Investigators discovered that a loose bolt punctured one of the fuel tanks, causing the fire. This resulted in the entire line of Boeing 737s being inspected to prevent similar disasters.